What has been your biggest event?
My biggest event
that you've made a cake for?
So far it was Baby Gloria's Kwanjula. That was the biggest one.
You did Baby Gloria's Kwanjula cake?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you.
But how come she didn't talk about it?
I don't know. I'm not too sure what the semantics are of who is posted, who is not posted, who's talked about, who's not talked about. But yeah, there wasn't too much attention on it. There was someone the other side. I got married at the age of 22.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was married.
Okay.
Yeah, I met someone at my church. We grew up together when I first went to America. I met him when we were young and we grew up together. We got married right after college graduation. I graduated in May of 2019. I got married in August of 2019. We were together. They had a very serious job, which moved us around different places.
But in Massachusetts? In
Massachusetts, and then we moved to California. But it didn't work out. We got a divorce. Very unfortunate.
What was your parents' reaction when you switched from dancing? I'm sure everybody out there, most parents, would love to see their children going into the medical field.
Yes.
And switching from that to accounts. What was the reaction?
I wish I could remember. I just know that the first time when I was in the nurse's assistant program at my high school, because I went to a vocational school where they trained you for a skill and also you did your academics. I tried on my uniform. They gave us scrubs because we had shop. They called it shop, where you were doing the practicals. I put on my scrubs and my mom was like, oh, wow, this is the American dream. I remembered her saying that. She was like, this is great. You're going to be a nurse. Wow. But I don't really know how she felt about me switching from the nursing route to accounts or business. But I don't think she was upset.
Vybe Life Ug. Mbaniriza nnyo mwebale okubeera nga muli ku channel eno eya Vybe Life Ug. Mwebale okuwaayo obudde bwammwe. Yes, abali mu nsi ezirimu obunnyogovu. Mwebale okubeera nti waliwo eyaŋŋambye nti mwebbugumu lyange mu mpewo. Kwegamba at least bw'alaba ku Vybe Life abugumamuko. Big up on yourself, to all our fans. Abali Denmark, abali mu Scandinavia, nsi nnyingi awo. Olumu ezimu tuzeerabira abantu ne banyiiga. Abali mu North America, abali mu Asia, abali mu Persian Gulf. Mwebale nnyo. Nammwe abali ku Semazinga Africa, mwebale okubeera nga mutugoberera. Nsaba buli omu ankolereyo ekintu kimu. Funa essimu 5 ezikuliraanye. Ogende ku YouTube. Onoonye Vybe Life Ug. Osubscribinge. Subscribe base yaffe yeetaaga okwongera okulinnyako. Njagala okwebaza first of all Jevine Hotel wetuli olwaleero. Facilities nyingi Jevine Hotels erina gardens, balina accommodation, balina spa, balina conference halls, balina restaurant. Ate buli Friday babeerawo ne band, live band, and wabawo barbecue ennungi ennyo. Jevine Hotel esangibwa ku Nabunya Road e Rubaga. Ne bw'ogenda ku social media platforms zonna n'oteekamu Jevine Hotel. Reservation number yabwe osobola okuba ng'ogifuna, and you can ask all questions. WhatsApp, you can call, you can send SMS, bajja kuba nga bakuddamu. Then njagala bategeeza abantu abali USA oba n'abali wano nti Crane Cargo baleeta ebintu okuva mu America. Kyonna ky'oyagala, from something as small as a pen to something as big as a trailer. Kwegamba trailer lukululana 40 feet n'ekitwe kyako na buli kimu basobola ogikuleetera wano e Uganda. Contact yabwe weeri wansi awo. In case olina ekibuuzo kyonna ky'oyagala, barespondinga mangu nnyo. Osobola okukuba essimu, osobola okuweereza WhatsApp, ne bw'obaweereza SMS era baba bajja kukuddamu. Then njagala n'okubategeeza nti abali wano mu Kampala Central waliwo omuwala omuto Shamim Nanfuma. Abalonzi ba Kampala mwenna mumulowoozeeko 15 January ajja kubanga lyessuubi lyammwe asobola okutuusa ebirowoozo byammwe n'okubaweereza obulungi nga member wa parliament owa Kampala woman MP. So bw'ogenda January 15 bw'otuuka okulonda, gwe bw'otunula bw'oti bamemba ba parliament abakyala, noonyaamu Shamim Nanfuma akabonero saawa. Awo wewali essuubi lya bannakampala. Nga Vybe Life Ug tubaleetera abagenyi ab'enjawulo be twogera nabo. Tubaleetera bannabyabufuzi, ne tubaleetera abalina kye bakozeewo, ne tubaleetera abali mu kisaawe ky'entertainment, ne tubaleetera bannamateeka nga Council Martin Muhumuza n'abalala. Naye ate olumu tubaako n'abagenyi be tubaleetera nga twagala tunyumyemu nabo, tufune ku life stories zaabwe, batunyumize challenges ze bayiseemu, batukubireko ku torch mu birooto byabwe. Ate olumu ne twagala nnyo n'abantu nga abaddeko afunye omukisa, nguyita mukisa kubanga kintu kirungi, n'abeerako e Bulaya ebbanga eddene, ate n'akomawo ko wano e Uganda. Abantu abo batyo lwaki njagala nnyo okunyumyamu nabo ku lw'abalabi ba Vybe Life, nti babeera balina experience ey'amaanyi gye tusobola, gwe nze naawe atulaba, gy'osobola okubeera nti okola omuzungu kyayita to pick a leaf. Olumu n'okuyamba oyo ayagala okugenda okugezaako okusiigira ekifaananyi si kyangu. Ekyo kyo twabangawo omuntu agamba nti ye asobola okunnyonnyola Bulaya ebeera etya n'ogitegeera nga togendangayo. Ate olaba n'eyali agenzeeyo n'amalayo ewiiki n'amalayo omwezi nadda, bw'atuuka ku mbeera ey'okubeererayo ddala era omuzannyo gukyukamu, ebintu biba byanjawulo. So olunaku olwaleero nina essanyu okubeera nti waliwo Tumi alabika ng'omuwala omuto, naye maybe anakkiriza n'ababulira emyaka gye ne mukola judgment ne manya nti mukyala mukulu. Mwana nzaalwa yaffe eya wano, naye obulamu bwe obusinga abumaze USA, Massachusetts, and azze tunyumyemukko naye. Maybe her journey might inspire someone, or somebody might learn out something, or you might be able to support her in her new business venture. Sit back, relax, and let's have a chat with Hilary Marion. Hilary.
Yes.
Obulamu bulungi?
Bulungi.
Kampala agamba ki?
It's good. It's
Weather?
good. Beautiful.
Mu America weather eri etya kati? Omonitoringa n'omanya?
I don't monitor Kebedayo Nyo, but I know right now we're in November, so it's fall. Snow is about to come, or maybe it started in some areas. But right now it's fall. It's October. The leaves are falling. Oh yeah, November, sorry. The leaves are falling. The trees are bare. It's getting cold.
Obudde tebunatandika kuziba kiro. ekimu ku bintu ebisinga okumpisa obubi mu winter. Oyingira awantu ku ssaawa 8 ogenda okufuluma ku ssaawa 10 ng'enzikiza ekutte.
Yes. I think it's about to start.
There's nothing as depressing as that, especially to people who have gone there or are experiencing it the first time.
Yes, it's very hard, but that's the reality. That's the reality. Because there's time changes. They change hours, they go back an hour, and then they go forward an hour. So the time changes affects it a lot.
But first thing first, wazalibwa wano, wazalibwa America?
I was born in Kampala, Uganda.
Okay.
I think it was Mulago Hospital.
Okay.
In 1996.
All
1996.
Right. But you look younger than that. When I saw you, I thought maybe Hilary is a 22 or 23 year old.
No, I'm old. I'm very old. Okay, maybe I'm not old, but I'm not 22. I'm 29.
How best do you want to be described as? A lady?
I'm a lady, yes.
A girl?
I'm a lady. I'm not a girl. I'm a lady.
Nice to hear that. Nice to hear that.
Yes.
And where did you go to school?
I went to school, what I remember, I went to school first in Uganda. I went to Aga Khan when I was younger. And then we used to live in Makerere. That's when I went to Aga Khan. And then we moved over to Salama, Munyonyo. And then I went to a school called Mild Care Parents School. And another one, I think, called Joy Primary School. And then I moved to the U.S. I finished P5 here. And then I moved and I went to grade 5 in the U.S. at a school called the Stocklosa. And that was middle school. And then I went to high school at a school called Greater Lowell Technical High School, which is a vocational school where students are trained to do a skill when they graduate on top of doing academics.
Okay.
And then, and when I was there, I did the nurse's assistant program. So I graduated as a CNA, and I also graduated high school. And then I went to college. First, I went to community college to save money because it's 2 years, it's affordable. And also, you don't want to go to a 4-year college if you don't know what you want to do. So it's better you start out at a smaller college where you can afford it. You try out different classes. You see what works and what's best. And then you go to a 4-year, which is more expensive, much more credible, but the quality of education is much higher. So I did 2 years at Middlesex Community College where I thought I was going to be a nurse. And I did all these science courses and they were so difficult. I had such a hard time and I was so disappointed. I passed the classes, but the amount of effort I put into these classes, I thought was not worth the grade. So I thought I would suffer and I switched from nursing prerequisites to business and then later into accounting. So I graduated with my business administration's associates from Middlesex Community College, and then I transferred to UMass Amherst.
So you mean when you went to the community college, you were doing pre-nursing?
Yes.
That's how you call it,
I was
right?
doing prerequisites to get into the nursing program.
But midway you felt it was a bit tough for you?
It was really, really hard because remember, I was a CNA. So I was working as a nurse's assistant in nursing homes, private facilities, and I was seeing how nurses were. I was seeing how overwhelmed they were. I was working multiple hours. You know, I bought my first car. It was really great. I had a lot of money as a young girl, but because the classes were hard, the nurses I thought were having a really difficult time, I didn't see it as something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I thought I was going to be really overwhelmed. You know, you have to work weekends, you have to work holidays. And I was like, this is not the life for me. School is hard.
You make more money when you work weekends and holidays.
Yes, and even healthcare. Yes, healthcare itself. There's so much money in it, but you sacrifice your weekends, you sacrifice holidays, even though you're being paid time and a half. you're still sacrificing some part of your life for this job. And it was very overwhelming. You would make connections with elderly people, and then they would die. So it was so hard. I was like, oh my God, this is too hard. I can't do this. So I was like, you know what? Let me switch to something a bit more relaxing, less stressful, not hard in school. But that's just me. Other people have succeeded very well in the nursing profession, you know, and maybe it's because they weren't CNAs at first. I think me being a CNA at first, I think that was where I went wrong, but it just wasn't meant to be.
So, Hilary, when you went to the community college,
Yes.
are you allowed to switch, or did you first go through the nursing prerequisites for 2 years? You didn't get the grades you wanted, and as you've said, you found it so hard, then you switched to business.
Yes. So I wasn't in the program yet, but I was doing the prerequisites.
I understand.
Yes, but because they were such a challenge, and because I was working as a nurse's assistant, so I was getting first hands-on experience, access onto nurses, seeing what they were doing, how they were doing it, and what their lifestyle was like. I made the decision to switch from going on the track of going into nursing school onto doing business. And that's the benefit of a community college. Because if I had gone to a four-year university right away, classes there are like, I think like $3,000. I could be wrong. $3,000 a class. Imagine you take 5 or 6 classes, $3,000. That's a lot of money. But at a community college, it's much cheaper. And you have the flexibility to switch around and say, okay, let me try this, let me try that. But at a 4-year, you don't have that luxury because you're going in a lot of debt while doing that. So it's better you go there when you know exactly what you want to do. And that's the benefit I think I got from the community college.
But I thought that your experience as a CNA would have helped you better to go ahead with the nursing course rather than take you away, because sometimes it comes off as an advantage when you are getting the hands-on experience, and then on the flip side you are studying.
Yes.
Yet to you it looks like the reverse.
Yes. For me, it was hard. I was working a lot of hours. Because for nursing school, for any school, any education you do, you have to put in the time to study. You have to put time aside for your books, to meet up with other people, like-minded peers, to get their input, to study together. And I just don't think I had that luxury because I was putting in so many hours. So many hours. I don't know what I was chasing at that young age. All I know is I had money and I was able to buy my own first car. It was a very nice car. A very, very nice car. But because I was working so hard and I didn't have the luxury of putting in as much time as other students were putting into the nursing program classes or the prerequisites, I was like, okay, this is probably not for me. And I thought I was actually putting in good time. I thought I was putting in good time, but I said to myself, if this is what the prerequisites are, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I'm actually in the program. It's going to be hard and too overwhelming. So I just made the decision to take the route of business administration. And then I took an accounting course and it was so easy because even though the prerequisites were hard, I still gained some study habits that were really useful in my accounting courses. It was the coursework was much easier. It made much more sense. I was like, you know what? Accounting is the same in every country. This is great. So I was like, all right, I'll do this instead. So I graduated with my business administration degree, associates. And then there's a program called Mass Transfer, where if you get a certain GPA in a community college, they partner up with a 4-year college and they just automatically accept you. So I got that grade point average, at least the minimum, and UMass Amherst automatically took me into their business school.
Okay.
And I majored in accounting.
Well, sorry to take you back a little bit,
that's
but
fine.
Can you take me through your experience the first day you walked into an American class as a child?
Class? Oh, I don't remember too much, but I remember I was just happy to be there. Before I walked into the class, they gave me a test to see where I would fall in these classes, to see what I knew, what I didn't know. And thankfully enough, the first class I was in, there was one Ugandan girl that I became friends with.
Okay.
So she was friends with me. She helped me. She showed me around the school. And yeah, I was blessed enough for that. But it was an interesting experience. I was very young.
Were there many black children there? For starters, in the class?
In the class, there was a lot of, I'm going to say, Asian people in my class. The area my school was in, Stocklosa, there was a lot of, it was in Lowell, Massachusetts. The area I was in, there was a lot of Asian students. So yeah, there was enough black students.
There were a lot of Asian families there.
Asian families, yes. There was some black students, but I remember we had a lot of Asian students there. Yeah.
Okay. And so what happened what was your parents' reaction when you switched from nursing? I'm sure everybody out there, most parents, would love to see their children going into the medical field.
Yes.
And switching from that to accounts. What was the reaction?
I wish I could remember. I just know that the first time when I was in the nurse's assistant program at my high school, because I went to a vocational school where they trained you for a skill and also you did your academics. I tried on my uniform. They gave us scrubs because we had shop. They called it shop, where it was where you were doing the practicals. I put on my scrubs and my mom was like, oh, wow, this is the American dream. I remembered her saying that. She was like, this is great. You're going to be a nurse. Wow. But I don't really know how she felt about me switching from the nursing route to accounts or business. But I don't think she was upset.
Are you a mommy's girl?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I have a sister, so it's the two of us. I think we're both mommy's girls.
Who is older?
My sister.
So you are the young one?
Yes, I'm the last born from my mom.
Oh, we share that in common.
Yes.
I'm the last born as well.
Yes.
But, so did you get a chance to practice in the US in your accounts profession?
Yes. I've worked for about 6 or 7 companies in the US doing accounting.
In what period of time?
5 years.
Why the switch?
Oh, life changes. First, I've had contract roles. We have agencies that help you get short-term contract roles. Some people like those because they pay fairly well because it's short. Sometimes they just give you projects. So companies allocate funding for these projects and it's usually a good amount of money. And then I've had to move a couple of times. COVID happened. I also moved. I was living closer. I had a job in Waltham. And then COVID happened and then I moved far from Waltham. And then I had to leave that job. And then I moved from Boston to California. So I had to find a job in California. And then I moved back from California. And then I came here. So I've moved around a couple times.
But how is it like, most people we get to speak to living abroad tend to be doing blue-collar jobs.
Blue-collar jobs? What?
I mean odd jobs.
Odd jobs?
And
like what?
Well, working at farms, working at washing cars, helping out in workshops and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now, how was it for you working in an accounts department? I feel that's a very easy, fine job.
Yeah, it's very easy. It was okay. it's not, it's an easy, you think it's an easy job or it's easy to find?
Easy job.
Easy job? I mean, it's easy if you know the material, if you know what you're doing, you know, because you go to school for it. It's not something you can just teach yourself. I mean, you can teach it to yourself. Right now, there's many different websites that can give you accounting knowledge. But as long as you know what you're doing, you connect with your fellow employees really well and your boss, then it works out. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's the easiest thing. Yeah.
How was there's something that a lot of people shy away from talking about, yet it's a cancer in there, and that is racism at workplaces or even in some communities, even in schools. How was it for you, especially at work?
Racism, I think companies are trying to really show that they don't have racism. I'll go back to when I was at school at UMass Amherst. There was not a lot of black students at my school, in my business school. We were not many. There were very few. I actually joined a club called National Association of Black Accountants. And that was just to connect with other black students who were in accounting. And I remember we would have recruiting events where we had companies come to our school to say, oh, we have these opportunities. We want to hire you. We want you to have an internship. If you have 3 years left, we can give you an internship your junior year, and then you get one your senior year, and then we hire you right after that. And I remember they would have programs called diversity programs, or they would give it a fancy name, but it would be to hire more black students, Spanish students. So even if the schools are trying and the works of places are trying, they still have this thing of diversity and inclusion where it's specifically geared towards people of color. So it's not there. The racism is not there, and it's trying to be fixed. But even the way they're trying to fix it still shows there's racism. You know, because I asked my recruiter, I was like, why am I being taken in under the diversity and inclusion program and not just the straight up recruiting process that you have? And her response was just very vague. And it's just like, oh, it's a great program. We'd love to have you through it. But, you know, that's a question people will have. They're like, why can't you just take me through the regular recruiting process? Why do I have to go through the diversity process? You know, you get it? So it's there, even though they're trying to combat it. But in big companies, they have things like that where they're like, oh, we'll bring you through the diversity program. We have something to fulfill in our company. We have to make sure we have this many people who are not white, you know? So yeah, that's what.
It's like you're being used as statistics.
In a way. And it's great. Some people are like, this is awesome. This is great. I'm going to get into the company. I don't care how I get in, which is true. You know, we're happy that
the end justifies the means.
Yes. You're happy that you're just let into the company. It's a big company. But at the same time, you're like, why can't I just go through the regular process? Why does it have to be through diversity and inclusion? What measures do they have for, you know, these two different, you know, groups of people? Like, are they looking at us differently? You know, are we in a different kind of section? But it didn't feel that way. I interned for KPMG. It's one of the big 4 accounting firms in America.
They even have a branch here.
Yes, they do. It's a very hard company to get into. I interned for them, and they brought me in through the diversity and inclusion program. And then they gave me a credit card. They took me to training in Florida with a bunch of other students. We were mixing with other students, but I was around more black people. And it felt like the same treatment. There was no difference in how we were treated or what access we had to managers or stuff like that. It all felt the same, but the way we got in was different. And I don't know how they measured our performance.
But how was, you know, the institution might have its policies and they are all anti-racism and stuff, putting in measures like the diversity programs and all that. But the individual people that you were working with, how was it? How was the relationship with your colleagues, your immediate supervisors and stuff like that? who were of a different color?
So the intern part, my colleagues were young people, very young, very diverse. There was Caucasian people, Indian people, Black people, Spanish people, very diverse. But because of the place we were in, KPMG, everyone had their own agenda. And the agenda, actually, maybe they didn't have their own agenda. The agenda was to get a full-time offer. That's what it is. You want to get a full-time offer. So everyone was doing what they needed to do to get this offer. Everyone was working hard. They were dressed really nice. They were coming in. So those young people were just focused on scoring high and getting the offer. Now, these other places, I've worked for other companies after KPMG. I don't think there's been much racism. There was one company that I worked for, the one that was in Waltham. I was a fixed assets accountant, and I got the job. I was doing this one task over and over and over and over again, and it was really it became overwhelming. It was also in the pandemic. So I said, you know what, let me find the people who are in this role first before me to see what their experience was and what they felt, how they felt about the role, because it was one task, but it was a lot. It was a publicly traded company, so it was a publicly traded company. So it was on the stock exchange. So they had a lot of activity going on, and I was hired for this one role, and I was doing one task over and over. So I tracked them down, and they all happened to be Black. It's like, I wonder why these people were Black. Did they hire me because I was also Black? Because this one task, all I was doing was processing invoices. I would get invoices, I would process them, put on some coding on where they would go in the financial statements once they were processed. But there were so many invoices, and it was an overwhelming job. So I was like, what is this job? Why is it like this? So I tracked them down. They were all Black, and I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe they did a good job. Maybe it's not about them being Black. Maybe that's not why they hired me. That's the only job where I was like, okay, maybe me being Black contributed to me being hired for this role, but I will never really know. I will never know. But that's the only place where I thought about being Black in the workplace.
So you say you went to the US, when did you go?
2006.
And when did you come back?
Last year in September, 2024 September.
So you've been away for 18 years.
Yes.
Did you ever get a chance to come back in between?
Yes, I came back for my sister's wedding in 2018. And I came back a few other times after that, and then I came back in last year.
How was the experience when you came back?
It was good. It was fine. It was okay. I was with my family. We had a purpose why we were here. I had come for my sister's wedding. So we were running up and down, going to vendors, doing this, doing that, making sure everything was good. It was just for like 1 month leading up to the wedding. So yeah, it was a good experience.
But you've now come back, you've started a business.
Yes.
Yet we have a lot of people here selling whatever they can and what they have, even what they don't have, to get a chance to go to the US.
Yes.
Why the decision to come back?
Life changes. Life happens. You know, the US can be really overwhelming. It can be really overwhelming. It can be really stressful. It's a great place to be. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of different things you can do if you know what to do, if you're informed. But it can become really overwhelming. The entire system can be really overwhelming. So I came back just to unwind, relax, see what's in Uganda, meet new people, and just enjoy life.
When you say overwhelming, what do you mean? Because some people here as well say Uganda can be overwhelming, and not Uganda alone, but in Africa, we're really having a problem of lack of jobs, poor infrastructure, healthcare is not good, and people tend to want to go to places where the grass is more green, and then you're saying it's overwhelming. Can you just expound a bit on that? Abantu baffe abaagala okugenda basobole okutegeera bulungi.
Overwhelming. The system is overwhelming. In America, we have a credit system. I'm sure you're aware of it. We have a credit system. For example, here it's a cash-based system. You do whatever you want on cash. Either you have the cash or you don't. If you have the cash to buy a house, you buy it. If you don't have the cash, you're not going to buy the house. Although I've seen some billboards here saying you can get a house on a loan. I don't know how accurate that is. But in America, we have a credit system. All you need is a credit card and good credit and proof that you've paid something really well over time. If you have that, the bank is going to trust you, and then they're going to give you a loan. You're going to buy a house, you're going to buy a car, you're going to get a credit card, and then you're going to have freedom to do whatever you want with that credit card. Or if you buy a house, you're now going to have to pay back the loans on the house. You have to pay a monthly mortgage. Or the car, you have to pay a bank note every single month for maybe $300. And if you're not disciplined enough, if you don't have the good money management skills, it's very easy for you to fall off and be overwhelmed and just say, why did I even do this? So things like that can become overwhelming. Things like personal life changes as well. As I said, I've had to move around very many different places. That became overwhelming as well. I was like, you know what? It's okay. Let's go to Uganda. See what life is like there.
Being 29, definitely nature calls. And what was it like when it comes to your love life? Are you comfortable going in that direction?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yes, that's
so
fine.
Was there anybody the other side, or
yeah, there
is
was
there somebody this side now?
There was someone the other side. I got married at the age of 22.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was married.
Okay.
Yeah, I met someone at my church. We grew up together when I first went to America. I met him when we were young and grew up together. We got married right after college graduation. I graduated in May of 2019. I got married in August of 2019. We were together. They had a very serious job, which moved us around different places.
But in Massachusetts?
In Massachusetts, and then we moved to California. But it didn't work out. We got a divorce. Very unfortunate. But
After what time?
After 5 years. We would have made 5 years when we got the divorce. Yeah.
Don't you think you threw in the towel
Too
quickly?
soon?
Too soon?
You know, God had his own plans. I could tell you that I maybe didn't want to throw in the towel, but that's just how it worked out. You know, he had a very serious job that he took really to heart. So, yeah.
He didn't give you enough time, you mean?
No, he gave me the time he could. I was with him in California. We were together. But we had our own issues that we just couldn't fix. We couldn't fix them, which was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, because it's great to be married young. If you're married to the right person, it's very good. You build together.
Did you try to separate and try to see if you missed each other? You know, that kind of line where people separate.
Like we just get some space and then get back together.
Give it some space and feel like, oh, I really miss this person, and that helps you to come back. And maybe
we separated, by the way, a few times. But it just didn't fix each other. Even before we moved to California, we separated for a little time, and then we got back together. We moved to California. We were there in California, and then things just happened.
So who called it off?
I won't get into that.
All right, that's okay.
I won't get into that.
But I feel, you know, did you get enough support from your family or his family? Did he have family there?
Yeah, he has family there. He has family in America. And I got as much support as I accepted to have. In the past, personally, I've had issues kind of communicating properly to the people who can help me what I need. So my family might have not known too much of what was going on in my marriage until it was too late. Once it was too late, once everything was going wrong, then they found out and they were like, what's going on here? What can we do? It was very unfortunate. It was very, very unfortunate, but I think it was for the best. I think he's happy. I'm happy. We're in two different places.
Was he Ugandan?
Yeah, he's Ugandan.
Nga Muganda.
No, Uganda.
Ne mutategeeragana.
Yeah, things happen. When you go to America, people change. People change. As I said, he had a very serious job. And this job has potential to we had other things happen in our own personal lives, but I think this job has a lot of potential of changing people. The time you start it, by the time you finish it, you're a completely different person. So I think his job contributed a lot to the way he evolved over time, and also our personal matters contributed to how our marriage was going over time. So a combination of those things just was not room for growth and flourishment. It just, yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
So then you moved here.
Yeah, now I'm here.
And anybody here yet?
No.
You mean, was it so bad that your heart kind of gave up, or?
No, it didn't give up. I just haven't seen anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't looked.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to look. I'm supposed to be looked at. I'm the girl. I'm the lady.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
They haven't looked.
Yeah, I haven't
Enough.
looked. I have to be looked at. I'm the one who has to be found.
I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you. But since you came back, it's like a year plus.
Yeah, it's a year and maybe a couple months.
What exactly have you been up to?
I had a job once. At a company in Mango. It was an accounting firm. I stopped doing that in July, and then with the help of my mom, I restarted my baking business that I had when I was in America. And that's what I've been doing right now.
So you are running a baking business in Uganda?
Yes.
Baking cakes?
Baking cakes, just cakes.
Even the small ones?
The cupcakes?
Yeah.
Here they call them queen cakes?
Queen cakes, yes.
Yes. I don't do those. People haven't ordered them much. So it's mainly just celebration cakes, birthday cakes, wedding cakes, Wanjula cakes, things like that.
How is the business?
It's okay. It's a little slow because I just started out this year. And I've noticed in Uganda, a lot of people are doing cakes. A lot of people. It's very different from America. Very different. Here, everybody's doing cakes. Everybody.
Not everybody, but any business that you can do here, you will find a lot of people doing it.
Yes.
If you started a laundry business, let me think of that one. When you start it, that's when you realize there's so many.
Yes.
If you did a restaurant, that's when you realize there's so many.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how you do your business. Now, what's your company called? What's your business
It's called
name?
Macarios Bakery.
Okay, we're going to have to go slow on that one so that our people can be able to understand. Macarios. How do you spell that?
Macarios. Makarios.
And are you on any social media platform?
I'm on TikTok and Instagram.
And do those social media platforms have your contact?
Yes,
your
they
business
do.
contact?
Yes, they do.
But anyway, for the sake of those watching us, what's your number?
0776 106 109.
And is it accessible on WhatsApp?
Yes.
On SMS?
Yes.
And on normal calls?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So take me through, if I make a call today and I want a birthday cake, what do you call them? Just one simple cake for my 10-year-old. How long would it take to have this?
I would need maybe 2 days notice. At least. I would prefer much longer notice. But if you call me maybe 2 or 3 days in advance, you let me know what the event is, you let me know the design that you want the cake to be, I can make you the cake. You pick it up or you have it delivered.
Or you can deliver as well.
At a fee.
At a fee, yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. But how is it going? How is the business?
It's okay. It's, as I said, it's really slow because I just started out. But it's going really well. I'm enjoying it.
A lot of people in that business have shops in different areas. Have you opened a shop yet as well, where people can walk in and have a piece of these cakes?
So we don't have a physical location in town, but we have a very nice commercial kitchen that we've set up in our home. Not in our kitchen where we cook food, but we have a different area in our home that we've set up with the machinery, the tables, the decor things we need. And if someone would want to come, they're more than welcome to come and see where we make their cakes and put in an order. It's in Salama Road.
Okay.
Near Munyonyo, behind Maestro Studios. So it's a very nice place. You can come, put in your order, see what we're doing, what it looks like, and yeah.
But have you thought about opening a shop in a more commercial, easily accessible place like the rest of the other bakers are doing, like in one of the malls or?
Yeah, it's crossed our minds. I think in the future that's a goal that we have. It's a goal that we have, and we'll work on that in the future. It's just right now we just started. We just started, but it's something we're looking into in the future.
What has been your biggest event?
My biggest event
that you've made a cake for?
So far it was Baby Gloria's Kwanjula. That was the biggest one.
You did Baby Gloria's Kwanjula cake?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you.
But how come she didn't talk about it?
I don't know. I'm not too sure what the semantics are of who is posted, who is not posted, who's talked about, who's not talked about. But yeah, there wasn't too much attention on it.
I'm going to have to look it up so I can see.
Yes, please look it up. It's on my TikTok. It's on my Instagram.
Cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see it there.
And but how do you market yourself? How do you get out there? How do you look for business?
Right now, it's TikTok that's really the only major place for advertisement, and word of mouth. Word of mouth works really well. So far, we've gotten 2 leads from TikTok. They haven't gone through, but it was good because it showed me that TikTok really works. People have eyes on TikTok, and it can yield some really good results.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you are back here, and your mom is in the US.
Yes.
And whom are you with now? You're here alone?
No, I'm with my aunties, my cousins, and there's a bunch of people at home. My sister was just here for like 6 months. So yeah, I'm not too alone. Yeah, I'm not too alone.
And is your family that is here giving you the support? Are they in any way into the business or trying to put in some effort in developing this business?
Yes, of course. As I said, it was with the help of my mom that the business even started up again. So I have a lot of support from her, from my auntie, and other people who helped me in it. So I have a lot of support. Okay.
So what's your plan? What's your future like?
My future.
In business. Let's in business.
In business. To hopefully grow the business, to grow it, to get more orders. We also do daddies. We also do daddies.
Okay.
So hopefully we want to do some snacks that we can sell commercially, you know, small snacks here and there. So yeah, there's big dreams for the business. Big dreams.
Okay, thank you. And what words of advice would you give to Ugandans out in the US, especially that want to come back, that feel like how you felt, and they felt like, yeah, they're overwhelmed?
I would say don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to come back. This is home. If this is where you were born, this is home, and it's not as overwhelming. It's up to you what you do. You can come here and not put great use to your time. Even though it's a relaxing environment, you do need something to do. You don't want to just be at home doing nothing. So it's up to you how you plan and do whatever you want to do in Uganda. But it's not impossible, as long as you have support, as long as you have a plan, as long as you are okay. If you're too overwhelmed, get a therapist. Therapists help. They're there in Uganda, very good ones. Speak up about your overwhelm. Do not feel like you are alone, because you're not. And you'll be fine. It's not the end. You're going to be fine.
Besides the bakery business, have you seen any other business opportunities that someone can venture into, or that you would love to venture into, given your exposure?
Given my exposure, I was really interested in opening a gas station.
A gas station?
A gas station. It's very different from baking, right?
Yes.
Very different.
Kuraba na Uganda, wano ffe tugiyita petrol station.
Petrol station. Yes. Okay, yes. I was very interested in it because I worked in a oil company in America, and there's a lot of money in the oil industry. I was like, all right, you know what? Why wouldn't I look into a gas station? I was very interested in it, but then someone was like, in Uganda, gas stations are not so profitable. It's just for show. People don't make a lot of money in gas. So then I put it on the back burner. But that's one place I've looked at. But there's a lot of restaurants that you can do. Car washes seem really profitable. There's a lot of fashion shops. I don't know about that for me, but other people have done it and they've been successful. If you bring things from the US and sell it here, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, thank you. And to those that want to go to the US, what would be your advice?
Oh, you go. If you can go, if you get the opportunity to go, go. But do not make it your focus 100%. You will get sad if you don't get to go, if they deny you a visa. But if you get the opportunity, go.
Go try your luck.
Go try your luck.
Okay. Hilary, thank you. Thank you for your time. And just for the benefit of the people that could be interested in having a piece of, or giving you business, maybe you can read out your number again, and if you can just do it a bit slowly so people can remember the number.
Yes, my number is 0076. No. 0776 106 109.
0776.
Yes.
160.
No, 106
109.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Abatulaba interview eno ebadde mu lulimi luzungu, naye ekirungi bannayuganda bangi naffe twasoma, era nkiwa tewali wajja kugamba nti nze sibitegedde byayogedde. Bw'oba oyagala cake ennungi, Hilary enamba yagibawadde, osobola omukubira, osobola omuweereza SMS, osobola okuweereza WhatsApp, n'akulaga ebifaananyi byalina ebya cakes zaakozeeko, n'osobola okubeera nti omuwagira. Ate ekirala nze kyenjagaddemu nti omuntu asobola okubeera e Bulaya, naye ate era bw'akomawo asobola okubeera nti obulamu bubaawo. So tobeera Bulaya ng'oli ku maggwa, beera mu mbeera nga bwe kiba olaba tekikoledde nnyo, komawo ne wano tukikwasaganya. Mwebale nnyo. Njagala okwebaza omusajja ali ku kamera ate nga ye editor, musajja musiraamu Aksam. Akola omulimu mulungi nnyo era bwe mulaba nga sound nnungi ng'ekifaananyi kirungi nsaba mugende mu comment section awo, give him his flowers. Wabula ate era sound bw'ebeera mbi gwe muba muyisaamu gunduuza naye abawulire. Nsaba, if you have any comment, any questions, any suggestions about any of our programs, or to be specific about this program, please feel free. You can go in the comment section, or we normally display our phone numbers there. Go to send a message to any of those numbers. We can look up Hilary and we bring her back and she can answer those questions or queries or reply to your comments on Vybe Life. One other thing is please check Hilary's business on all her social media platforms. Just once again, you said the business is?
Macarius Bakery.
Macarius Bakery.
Yes.
And that's the same name on the social media platforms?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I'll try to remember in case I need a cake.
Yes.
I'll make sure I give you some business as well.
Thank you.
Kale, akumata kumira mpera. God bless.
Thank you.